There are two types of sunscreens, the chemical sunscreen
Yes, yes.
and the physical or mineral sunscreen. The chemical sunscreen, the difference is about how it protects you from the UVB, UVA. Chemical sunscreen, it absorbs those rays to protect you. And I only sell big brands. Everything in my shelf the brand has to be at least 15 years old and more. And I have looked at their financial statement, yeah, and they invest millions in research and development. If people don't know what to buy and they're just crazy about spending, I have to limit them because it doesn't make sense. They spend so much, become broke, and then they stop coming.
And in their mind, they're going to associate you with, I have to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Instead of managing their own budget.
Yes, I try to manage their finances.
Are there mistakes people also make when they're thinking about organic products?
Yeah. I mean, one of my youngest sister, when I introduced to her the product, she told me, I know those natural things, they can really make you darker. So yesterday I was with her. She was lighter than me, but she's now darker than me. I'm not, we call it here bleaching, but that's not a good word. I think it's whitening. I don't use whitening products.
But they call it brightening now. They've changed it. They now call it, is it brightening?
And that is also a fallacy. I mean, there is a difference between whitening and brightening.
Okay.
So brightening, Crystal, you have this complexion, you go in the sun, you are darkened by the sun. We put you back to your original complexion, that is the brightening. But you are like a Samsung black phone, and then eventually you are like Crystal. That's whitening.
Yes, yes.
So also one thing.
So whitening is the bleaching.
Yes.
Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for these amazing conversations on Crystal One-on-One. Now we are on location at Opain Home, Uganda, which is at the Chin Center building. And if you haven't been by, you need to. Luxury furniture from Italy, from France, from all around the world, and customized cabinetry just for you, whether it's wall panels, your kitchens, your bathrooms, and so much more. So come by. There is a festive season offer as well. When you make a purchase, you get to spin and win. My guest today is a Ugandan based in Vienna, Austria. She's literally living her European dream. Now, she has an interesting background. She was a researcher lecturer at the Johannes Kepler University in Austria, but she also worked for different universities here. I know she will tell us about that. She was a management consultant with the Knowledge Academy UK, which I really want to know more about. But at the moment, she is an entrepreneur, the founder of Wildlife Millions, which is in Europe, based in Europe, and then Lux Botanica in the US. I have Veronica Nabbosa joining me today. Hello.
Hello, Crystal.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I feel like you've done this, you've done that, you've done the other. Are we going to cover everything today?
Hopefully.
Welcome back. Welcome
you.
home, should I say?
Thank you.
How long have you been based in Austria?
Austria, 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
Has it been
before
good to
that, I was in China for 6 years, to be politically correct, because Hong Kong 2 years, mainland China 4 years, 6 years, and 2 years in Japan.
And 2 years in Japan. So Japan, Hong Kong and China. Well, China, but Hong Kong and then mainland China.
Yeah.
And then Austria.
Yeah.
So how long have you been like working away from home then?
Almost 16 years.
Oh, wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
Of course.
You're living your dream?
Yeah.
But you born raised Ugandan.
Of course.
Okay. Tell me about where it all begins. I always love to hear, like, where were you born and where did you actually grow up?
I was born and raised in Kasangat. So every Mutaka of Kasangat knows me.
Okay.
Yeah. So
they know you for good things? I hope so.
Oh, very well behaved. My primary school classmates, bright in school,
Mm-hmm.
so for good things.
Okay, good
Yeah.
things.
Born and raised in Kasangati, I went to Wampeo Primary School. I went to St. Kalemba Senior Secondary School in Nazigo.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Mukono Bishop SS in Mukono.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, after that, I was different places for education, China, Japan, Austria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So how did you end up in China first? You went for further studies?
Yes, I went for further studies. I studied my bachelor's degree in international trade at Donghua University in Shanghai.
Okay.
But before that, I had worked as a volunteer with Crossroads Foundation in Hong Kong. So after my bachelor's degree, I went to Japan, to International University of Japan, to
Okay.
study my master's degree in e-business management. And then I came back home for 2 years where I taught at the UMI, International University of East Africa, before going to Austria to work at Johannes Kepler University. There I also had my PhD
Oh,
in digital business.
so you've been busy.
Yeah.
You've been very busy. My
Yeah.
question to you, was there a language barrier for you? Did you have to learn the language?
Oh, yes, of course. There
So
is
you speak
always a
Mandarin?
culture shock, especially my first 2 years in Hong Kong. Yes, I worked with international people because at Crossroads Foundation, at any time of the year, there are more than 100 volunteers from all over the world working there. So it was English. And I think that was also a limitation. I was so afraid of trying something new. After all, everybody's around me speaks
Was
English.
speaking English, yes.
But then, so if I had to go to the local market, my son, who was only 4 years old by then, was already in the kindergarten and speaking Cantonese. So if I needed a yellow T-shirt, I have to wait for him to come and translate.
So he was your interpreter,
Yeah.
essentially. How old is he now?
21.
Oh man, he's grown.
Yeah.
Is he here for the holiday as well?
No, he's working.
He's working, so he's out of home?
Yeah.
Aha, so now you're focusing on the next baby, which is your business.
Yes.
Because when you get into business, what for you was the biggest adjustment, should I say, or shock? Because you were coming from working as a consultant, you'd worked as a lecturer, and now the businesses. Was there a shock or was it easy for you, the
I think it
transition?
has always been interesting. I've been so lucky to end up with the right people, I have to say.
Okay.
Very high professional people, C-level managers for Fortune 100 companies. So I was around good people. I was in school.
This
Yeah.
is when you were at the Knowledge Academy? Or all
That
through?
started as soon as I landed in Hong Kong to work as a volunteer.
Okay.
Because I did so well, even it was a voluntary something, but I had so many connections from the corporate world. And for me, that was the game changer. Because if you see people doing so well, they take you to their homes and you see they're kind of like the homes we see on TV in Uganda, in Pacific Palisades, if you remember that. And then you're like, how did they get there? So I tried to find out, and there was no magic. They went to school, they are well behaved, that's all. So I determined
A
I have
bit
to
more
go
than
to
that.
school. Yeah,
And be well behaved.
I have to go to school, be well behaved. Yeah, and it happened.
So is there an element of being fearless as well? Were you able to like see? Because I think for many people, fear kind of holds them back a little bit.
Oh, yes.
But you were exposed to
Fear,
people who saw opportunities, went for them.
yeah, but then fear, but on both sides of the coin.
Okay.
The first fear, I wasn't born in money.
Yes.
So I tested some level of poverty and I hated that. And until now, I fear not to have money. So that is like, you have no choice. You've got to get the money. How to get the money? You have to find something to sell, skills or a product to get the money.
Yes.
This is where I get the bravery. Like, you've got to do whatever it takes to get there. So it could be challenging, it could be difficult, but I don't have a choice. I don't want to not have money.
Yeah. No, the fear of not having money can be a very powerful motivator.
Yes.
Actually, you wonder how some other people are just like, I don't have. And you're like, and then what are you doing about it?
Yeah.
Because
Because you have, then
life is
for
all
me,
about this. You will have, and sometimes you may not have,
yeah,
but you can't have nothing
you
at
can't
all.
give up. Because for me, it's only two choices. You take the challenge or wait to die, but I don't prefer to wait to die. I prefer to take the challenge.
Is there anyone in your family who kind of also modeled the same kind of values, the determination to work and
Most of them. A lot of my cousins were born in the rural area in our ancestral home in Mukono. They walked to school 7 kilometers one way, another 7 kilometers back home for their primary school. And some of them have worked in the Ugandan government, high profile positions. One of my cousins is a CEO of a United Nations organization. Yeah, so I think they also have what I have. They fear not to have money because they know what it means not to have money.
Yeah. Okay. So Hong Kong, it
Yeah.
was a volunteer position.
Yeah.
Is that something that you were doing through life? Because that's also another thing many people don't realize, that volunteering is so powerful. It will put you in spaces and build networks that can really just change the course of your life. And that's kind of what I'm hearing from you.
Yeah.
Would you volunteer in the past, or this opportunity presented itself?
Well, this opportunity, first of all, to be honest, I had done business in Uganda before going to Hong Kong. I had an internet cafe those days near Betsam Akamwe's hostel in Nakawa. I had a studio for events near YMCA in Wandegea, and that specialized in events, corporate events and something. So, but then there were some social challenges that happened, and I felt I needed to change location. Because for me, don't give up. Maybe you are in the wrong place or you are doing the wrong thing. So one of the things has to change to expect new results.
Right.
So that time I felt I had to change the location, but I didn't have any, yeah, I had family members living overseas, but we were not so close to the point that I can say, I want to come, please prepare that I can come.
You're saying that?
Yeah.
But yes.
So I had to find a
Understood.
way of changing the location, and volunteer is one of the cheapest. Who wants to work for free? But I mean, they give you free accommodation, free food. It's a good starting point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you find out about it?
Online.
So you went looking?
Yes.
Okay. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Get out of your comfort zone. Look
And
for
as you will see,
opportunities.
most of my things were really found online. This is why, like, how do you give up? I have no connections that, because they knew somebody who knew somebody who I search and I find unknown people. I found your unknown person online.
Okay, I love that. Actually, you take control
Yeah.
of your destiny in many ways.
Yeah.
Okay. Not this business of, oh, I don't know anybody. Because a lot of people use that. I don't want to maybe say it's an excuse. It may be a reality for some people, but like you said, you can change your story. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think that is like a drawback to a lot of people. I can give you an example. I'm here for a small family event for only 1 week, but of course we have to do a lot of things, organize catering and stuff. So I was relying on my family members. Can you get somebody to do this and this? Oh, I will ask the other person. Oh, I called and blah, 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 blah. It was a lot of blah, blah. I went online. Catering service, this location. I get the number, I call, and it was super fast.
now you're making us look bad.
No. You have to use the technology.
No. I think sometimes people don't. It's funny that we know everything is right there.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I'm always telling my mom, she's like, how do I do this and this? I said, Mommy, you're always on YouTube. Now, if you stop watching the fun videos,
Yeah.
there are also
find
videos on
this thing.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes. And sometimes we forget that the information is right there at our fingertips. So you were able to coordinate all the service providers.
Everything
From
in a
Austria.
blink. Yeah.
While people here were like, oh.
I asked the other person, the number was, I'll call later, I'll call tomorrow. The other person, no, but they moved, they changed the number. It was a lot of blah, blah. But this was super fast.
Okay. But that also tells me about your personality. Your personality is get things done.
Yeah.
Can we move? Can we move? Let it happen.
There's something funny. I always contract people to do things with me or for me. And because I think of my experiences in China and in Japan, I'm super fast at doing
Yes,
things.
yes, yes.
So people are always thinking, I am super fast. And then I have a co-investor at Laxa Botanica. She's an American working for the United Nations, by the way.
Okay.
She used to be one of my customers. And now I feel she's faster than me. For the first time, I'm catching up with her. Yeah.
But then it's a chance to learn, right?
Yeah.
And to be even more productive.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for people watching and they're like, okay, what is Wildlife Millions, which is your European arm essentially, and Lux Botanica in the US? It is all about organic skincare, hair care. Why did you decide on that route? That's what you want to
Well,
focus on.
That was from my personal story. The first time I left Africa, I went to Hong Kong. So I don't know the language. I don't know nothing. I have a
Our son
culture
is
shock.
helping us.
Yeah, but he doesn't know about hair and skin, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I tried things by just looking at the pictures in the shops and nothing seemed to deliver results. So one time when I was living in Hong Kong, I had a British friend. She gave me a small pack of 3 basic skincare products and a cleanser, toner, moisturizer, Korean skincare, organic. I tried, and at that point, my skin was stressed, culture shock, and so many other new
Probably
things.
even the water, all these
Food,
things.
hair. So I had given up. So she gave me this pack. I used it for, I started seeing results after 3 days. I had never seen any product doing this, even here in Uganda, where I was born and raised. So I was like, this is magical. And that brand was called Skin Food. And for me, from that point, I thought Korean skincare was about only this brand, Skin Food.
Okay.
And then after so many years, I realized there are thousands of Korean clean brands. By clean, I mean no harsh chemicals.
Yes, yes.
Usually vegan. So I discovered that was the point. So since more than 16 years ago, I'm using only clean products, no harsh chemicals. Yeah, but that was the spark. And then I also started taking care of my hair. As you have learned, I lived in Asia. They're born with silky hair.
Yes, straight hair.
Yeah, I
And
am.
also their hair is very strong.
Yeah.
It's very, very strong. Ours apparently just breaks easily.
Dry, kinky. I don't regret. I really love our hair, but if
But it's so interesting how different it is from other types of hair.
So each time I used even the best shampoo, even the most expensive one, it felt like using dishwashing soap.
Yeah, we have to
The hair was
moisturize.
brittle,
Oh,
breaking.
yeah, yeah.
Then I was searching online. And I came across brands like Sheer Moisture that I used for so many years. And then after starting the business, many I heard from my customers, they are asking for other brands like As I Am, Camille Rose. And I'm not so quick. If I know this is working well, why should I add? But I tried the other brands also, and I was super satisfied, maybe even more satisfied, more than Sheer Moisture. Then I also added them to the collection. So it's all about through my personal experiences.
Yeah. But one of the things I keep hearing is that you're looking for organic brands. Because I feel like this is a very recent thing that people have woken up to the fact that a lot of the products that we have used forever, and let's not even talk about relaxers, what they are saying about braids, the synthetic materials, we're hearing that there's so many chemicals that are not good for us. And it's only been the last few years people have started waking up to how important it is to look for organic, especially when it comes to skincare, because it's the largest organ on our body. It absorbs everything. And you're telling me you've known this for like how many years? For 16
More than 16 years.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to understand.
Just a minute. And it's not only us. Like in Europe, when I moved to Austria 7 years ago, I was looking for my favorite Korean skincare. Nobody's selling Korean skincare. They have organic cosmetic shops. I ask for things like a sheet mask. Yeah, what is that? Then I explain, I Google, I saw the pictures, and nobody knows it. Now, all the big shops, all the big
Are
chains,
waking up.
they are adding Korean skincare.
Yeah.
Everybody is on Korean skincare. My customers, I don't have a budget for marketing as a small company. They come, and some of them, I have to say nothing. They're like, hang on, I saw this on TikTok, on Instagram. Do you have it? Because then I sell Korean skincare. So they know from TikTok and Instagram since maybe 3 years ago. But I knew
So that's
16 years ago. Yeah.
no, that's interesting because, like you said, Korean, we're hearing so much about how good Korean skincare products are now.
Yes.
When you hear about glass skin and all these things, and it's like most people are waking up, but they've had the secrets for the longest time.
Yeah.
Do you credit it to also living in Asia as well, and you were able
Oh,
to
yes.
tap in then?
I wouldn't have known about the food. If you ask me what's your favorite food, it has to be something coming from Asia. Either it's the dim sum from Hong Kong, or it's the Sichuanese food from mainland China, or it's Japanese food, or it's Thai curries or something.
Do you
So
like your seafood?
a lot.
I had a moment because I love seafood, and some people will not touch it.
No.
Okay, and I guess it's such a part of life, at least for the years that you were there.
Yeah. You asked me of all because other than living in different countries, I've also visited for tourism or for business, more than 30 countries. You asked me, what's your favorite destination? It has to be somewhere in Asia.
So if someone wanted to have like a beautiful, beautiful like holiday, what would you advise based on your experience?
Go to Malaysia, go to Thailand. I mean,
Malaysia,
go to Hong
Thailand.
Kong, go to Japan, because they understand a customer. They understand tourism. You pay so little and you get so much. You feel treated like a queen for a lower budget as
In
opposed,
Japan
yeah,
or just
all those
Asia?
destinations, as compared to paying for a nice hotel in downtown Boston or Manhattan or in London or in Paris. They do it differently.
Because I think nearly everyone you hear about, and it's like Africans are finally waking up to the fact that these destinations are not only affordable, but you get some of the best hotels, best experiences
Of
as well.
course.
So, how did you end up working as a management consultant?
Well, this is something that came automatically. I didn't even apply for it.
Okay.
So as I was working as a researcher at the Institute of Digital Business in Austria, I have my LinkedIn profile. People work on your LinkedIn profiles. And then I get an email because my research that time focused on data privacy.
Okay.
So I get an email. They were looking for a consultant to train their customer in Vienna about data protection. People living in Europe, they know about this GDPR. It's a new regulation. It started in September 2018. It's about data protection. So I was focusing on that, and they asked me if I can do that. I said yes. And listen what the digital does. I worked for the company for more than 5 years. I never met anybody physically, but I always got paid on time, and I always did my job.
So you were all essentially self-managing wherever you are, but working in tandem.
You know, at that time when the email came in and I said, yes, I can do this. So we organized. I went, met the customer at the venue. They paid for my hotel. They paid for my train. It lasted for 3 days. I wrote the invoice. They paid me on time, and that was the beginning. So from that time, because I was lucky to live in Austria, it's center of Europe. So from that time, they have so many customers from Fortune 500 companies.
Okay.
And usually C-level managers are training something management about business technology and all compliance things. They contacted me. And each time They just give an assignment, go to Paris, go to Zurich, go here, go there. I write an invoice, they pay me, and that's how it worked.
I know that's possible.
It is.
No. I mean, the reality of it, I guess for people who struggle with managing people, let me say, especially I think for the culture here in Uganda, it's like people want to see someone else, they want to talk to a voice, but you can actually be incredibly efficient and productive wherever the teams are based around the world.
I
And
tell
this
you.
is a model that apparently you're used to now. I think
Yeah.
it's even harder now for you like to have a team to manage.
I mean, it's where we started from. It was education and behaving well. So I could have taken
You
the money
keep
and not go
emphasizing
there,
that.
or I was late for the appointment, or I didn't deliver the job well because I have no supervisor at the site.
These are the excuses people give.
Yeah. So, but I was always there. And I tell you something amazing. My job at the university was paying me 3,300 euros per month. I could make that in a week with the Knowledge Academy.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Was there a lot of traveling in that time?
Yeah. I mean, at the university, I had to be calculative because, to be honest, that's not allowed when I have a full-time contract. So I would organize my leave. I was entitled to 4 weeks leave every year, and I don't take them at all unless I have a gig. So
you
I take
plan
4 days or
around.
5 days.
Ah,
Yes,
yes.
and do that. But then when I finished working at the university, I was on the flight every time. As we are here at the interview, I would just finish and find mails of orders to go somewhere
Where you're
and
going
do
next.
things. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That must have been quite overwhelming,
Yeah.
exhausting too. Huh?
Very exhausting. Because I mean, well, I'm not married. I'm a single mom, so I
So your son
self-govern.
had good, like you had someone good with your son so that you could travel for work, or would you
No,
travel with
my
him?
son was already independent, taking care of himself. But
Oh.
I mean, I didn't have to ask permission from my husband to go somewhere. So I could just read the email and pack my 4 days stuff and fly to Zurich.
Good
And
point.
sometimes it would be so spontaneous. They would say, Veronica, it is tomorrow morning, so we can book any flight and any hotel, but please, you have to be there tomorrow morning.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
Because they have a very special business model. They don't hire full-time consultants, even if they're the biggest in the world.
Oh.
So everybody is freelance, but you have a contract, of course. But they post all the trainings on their website, so companies book them. They have a strong marketing team as well. And as soon as the order is confirmed and paid for, they find the consultant who is nearest to the customer. And then I was living in Vienna. Vienna is like in the center of Europe. I could go anywhere, anytime. Yeah.
Okay. It must have been hectic, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like you said, you had a chance to actually travel. So I guess this is a question where, you know, sometimes people, when they're traveling for work so often, they don't even get a chance to enjoy where they go. It's like they're there, hotel, training, hotel, airport, out.
Yeah.
I hope you took the time to also experience some of the destinations.
Yeah, I mean, good thing when I was working at the university, I had a lot of time on me, working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 4 weeks of holiday paid. So I mean, when I first broke into Europe, I was traveling everywhere. Everything I saw on TV.
I'm going there.
So, but then when this became so intense, I had no interest of going places. I had already
No,
done
if
it.
you had already done the traveling and the touristy things.
I had done a lot before COVID. Yeah.
So how was COVID actually? How did that affect you?
Well, I was lucky. I did feel the effects so much because I had my own office at the university.
Okay.
And the government had, if you don't share office with another person, you can go to work. So for me, it was normal, go to work as
So you
everything.
didn't have our madness here, locked down in our homes.
Yeah,
We even
except-
told not to go, even walk outside our houses at some point. Did you know that?
Yeah, it was really so strict. But allowed people to go and do sports in the public parks, also go shopping. So the main leisure activity was shopping.
Okay, at
Yeah.
least, but they still allowed people some freedom, some.
Yeah, you could go shopping and you could go for the leisure activities, but everything else non-essential was closed.
Yeah, so I guess the SOPs were still in place to some degree. Okay, so this time where you're traveling up and down, you're doing this consultancy, when did you decide that, okay, I think I want to open my business? Or is that something you started naturally along the way?
Well, as I told you earlier, I think I have some business thing inborn.
Yeah, because you said you already had the first two.
Yeah.
And I don't think those are the only ones.
No.
Run us through,
Yeah.
run us through the different businesses you've
Yeah,
done.
so I mean, when I was studying in Shanghai for those 4 years, we created with some of the students, two of my friends, a trading company.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we could just grab anything that is selling well, good margin, and we know the manufacturer, we buy it and sell it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so how did I start to be self-employed in Europe? So after working at the university for 3 years, my contract had ended. And then I am looking for jobs, and everywhere I send my CV, they like me. They like my experience, and then they see my PhD is from Austria, so they think my German is super good. In Austria, the primary language is German.
German.
So they think my German is good, which wasn't the case because at the university I was working on an EU project. The working language is English. And everybody around me was speaking English. I read more than 100 pages a day in English. I teach in English and everything. So my German was non-existent.
That you were going to say was not that good. Non-existent.
Non-existent, yeah. I had gone to the class. I did A1, A2, but that is nothing really. It's only for buying the sandwich on the streets.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so anyway, so during that time when I had finished working at the university, I enrolled in a German school because I knew I'm not going anywhere. And I love staying in Austria. It's a beautiful country. And I don't know if you have read, Vienna has been leading for more than 5 years as the best country with the highest quality of life in the world.
Quality of life.
Yeah.
So you were like, I love this
I
country.
love it,
I want
but
to stay here.
how can I pay the bills?
Of course. Yes.
So I went to the language school. I learned B1, B2 as well. And but then in this classroom, in the language classroom, it's not as the same when somebody is interviewing you for a job spontaneously.
Of course.
I can pass the exams, but it's not the same. So I saw it is not going to end very soon. And then they have a very good social welfare system. So I was paid for being unemployed, 70% of my last pay bill. But, I told you I don't want to have, not to have enough money.
Yes,
so
yes.
It wasn't enough.
And I think you're also used to being so productive. And you're like, what am I doing with this life?
Yeah. So each time I tell that we call it IMS, kind of the NSSF of Austria.
Okay.
I tell them I don't get the job easily because of a language barrier. Yes, you've sent me to the language school, that is good, but I don't make so much progress. Can you just send me for a blue-collar job? Because there people don't speak English. I can integrate faster and I can speak more spontaneously.
Yes.
And they said, no, we are not done. I mean, if we've reached that point, we will let you know.
Okay.
But for now, go to the language school and we continue paying the 70%. I'm like, oh no.
I bet you there are other people who are like, look at this woman. That's the life. They're paying you to relax
To
and
do nothing.
study.
No, so then I came up with an idea, but also remember, when I started my job at the university, I had 5 years visa in total.
Okay.
So I had 2 years remaining after working at the university. And I want to stay in Austria permanently.
Yes.
I need to prove my source of income. I cannot say because the NSSF has been paying me like this. That's not considered.
Yes.
and I'm not getting a job as fast as I want. So I just said, I try something, and if it works out, I do that. If it fails, then I focus on the language so I can get a job.
Yes.
I am from e-commerce, educational background, so I started building everything, and I have a problem. I can't find my favorite Korean skincare. I can't find good organic products. So I think other people also have this problem, especially if they have been traveling around the world. So I build an e-commerce store. I sign up to sell on Amazon. On the first day I opened the Amazon store, I have 29 orders. Said, okay, yeah, people have a problem.
Okay. So
I
it's
can
not
solve this
just you
problem.
that's experiencing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something you can solve.
Yeah, so I started on Amazon, and I grew so spontaneously. In a day, I told you at the university my salary was 3,300 euros. On Amazon, now I stopped Amazon. Last year something happened, but that's a story of another time. Yeah, but on Amazon I was selling between 3,000 to 4,300 every day. Every day. So you tell me to look for a job and work for a month and I can sell it in a day. So I say, okay, the future is here. And I stopped everything, consulting, looking for jobs, teaching, and focused on the business.
Okay. You're like, this definitely can grow.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, you didn't even have like a location. So you didn't have those overhead costs for
Yeah.
that. But now you do. Now you've actually opened your store
Yeah,
in
now
Vienna.
it's a different story. Before it was everything in my apartment. Yeah, and then we were lucky.
How long ago was this? When did you start? Wildlife Millions.
2023.
Okay. So it's about 2 years now, almost
Yeah,
three.
almost 3 years.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so,
why Wildlife Millions? Why the
a
name?
good question. A
Yeah.
lot of people ask me that. So wild is something like from the wild. So it's not altered with GMO or chemicals, fertilizers, or pesticide. No, it's wild
Okay.
life.
Life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Millions, we want to make millions. Yeah.
So intentional. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. All right. So you said it started out in your apartment. What changed?
And then, so when the Amazon grew so fast, and we are lucky in Austria, not in Austria, but in Europe, because of the European Union, you sell something from Austria to France, it just feels like selling it from Kampala to Masaka. No customs,
Yes.
yeah, no hardships. So I grew so much on Amazon. And then just to stay on top of the game, I decided to send my inventory in different Amazon warehouses. So I had inventory in the Amazon warehouses in Germany, in Italy, in France, in Poland, and in Spain.
Oh, wow.
Also in the UK, actually, even though they are not in the European Union, but they are still Amazon Europe.
Okay. So you actually had your products
Yeah,
in.
because if you want to
Because it
stay
made it so
on,
much easier for.
yeah, if you want to stay on top of the game, the shipping costs have to be lower. So instead of shipping from
And
Vienna,
shipping time also shorter.
yes, people want to get it as soon as yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if someone could order like this and then the doorbell goes ding, that is the future. If someone can figure it out, I don't
I
know
do
how.
that at the moment because you have Uber here, right?
Yes.
So you also have Uber Eats, or no, you have something that delivers food here.
Yes. We have
Jumia.
Jumia.
Yes.
Yes.
So in Austria or in
No,
Europe.
sorry, what am I saying? Now it's no longer Jumia, it's Glovo now. We have
Okay,
Glovo.
Glovo. So elsewhere around the world, there are things like that. So in Austria, we have Referendo, we have Volt and something. So I
That's your
partner
version.
with Volt.
Okay.
They don't only deliver food, but also medicine, skincare, and other
They do
stuff.
deliveries, yeah.
So I partner with them. Somebody is buying food, and then the AI or the recommender system tells them near the restaurant where you bought your lunch, there is a skincare shop. Would you like to buy this and that? And then if they're interested, they buy it, they make the order. The order is on my iPad. I accept it, I put in the packaging, and then The driver is coming within 30 minutes to pick it up, and they have it.
Okay, so like even within an hour.
Yeah.
Essentially. And
Vault
that is the
orders.
convenience of the world today,
Yes,
actually.
vault orders are supposed to be fulfilled within 1 hour.
Within 1 hour. Oh, that's fantastic then.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's also, doesn't that mean it's a lot of work for you?
Actually, I do love the vault orders because it's so easy for me. No going to the computer, blah, blah. Accept pack, the driver comes. But with the other e-commerce, I do so much marketing, activating my search engine optimization, customer inquiries, complaints, and everything. I do so much in the e-commerce, but for the vault, it's so easy for
Okay,
me.
so that is actually very easy for you, but it also requires you to be present.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'm sure now that you have a store, that also at least helps out with that challenge, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure at some point when you're building a business, you had to do everything yourself.
I mean, now again, technology. If I want, for example, to run a marketing campaign, sometimes I do them because I want to deliver the message the way I want it, and some people have failed to do it exactly as I want it.
Yes.
So, but usually I have so many other contractors doing so many other things for me. For example, delivering the orders. How would I prepare the shipment, send it to Paris, send it to Rome? No, it's so difficult. I have contractors, they come and pick the orders and take care of that. So I have a lot of people not directly employed by me, but contracts of service providers.
That makes life seamless and so much easier.
And then before I had shops in the shopping mall, but I closed it because the only reason I opened shops in the shopping mall was to increase on the local clientele because most of my customers are from Germany and Belgium.
Okay.
So I wanted to have more Austrian customers to reduce the shipping cost. Then, yeah, but I mean, having a shop in the shopping mall and pay in Uganda shillings about 8 million per month for rent. I have 2 assistants, and then you can only make 16 million. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people start with the online model, and if they can build on it, they're very happy with it. Yeah.
Then I closed the shopping mall concept, and now at my apartment, which is like a very generous space, 125 square meters in Europe, that is something else. In Africa, it's normal. In America, it's normal, but in Europe, that is really generous.
Yes, because most of them are tiny.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I have arranged the shop concept inside my apartment. And I live in Vienna, in the city center, 0 mile. Yeah, so now in Kampala, think about I'm living between Bank of Uganda and Sheraton there.
And then you've made sure that the business has its premises
Yeah.
in your apartment.
Yeah,
or
I have
structured around.
Yes, I have my
right.
private space. I have the business area with a lounge, with a dining area for refreshments, and then I have all the shop concept inside there. I have a rooftop for events and stuff. So this is very good, and it's very convenient for my customers. They come for a haircut and also come for their skincare.
Wait, you also have
No, it's a shopping, busy shopping street. Yeah.
I was like, what? You also have a salon?
No.
No, but because it's so central.
It's very central. They come to do several things in the city center. They also come to me. And others are tourists, and they're like, what to do in Vienna? Where to find Korean skincare in Vienna? I am right at 0 mile. They come to me.
No, they say location is everything. Location.
Yeah.
Seem to have cracked the code on that one.
And then I use very good keywords like Korean skincare in Vienna. Wildlife Millions is gonna show up. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's funny. It should be straightforward, but probably most people wouldn't think about it that way. That's your marketing background as well, your business acumen.
I mean,
keep it simple.
My apartment is right behind one of the most visited tourist attractions, St. Stephen's Cathedral. I was going to say it in German, Stephansdom. So St. Stephen's Cathedral is right behind. I'm right behind it. So they come to the cathedral and they're like, Korean skincare near me. You're already near me.
Makes life so easy.
Yeah.
And it's not quite here, there, underneath the mango tree. But we've come a long way since then.
Yeah.
We've come a long way. Now you first look for a black gate. After that black gate, you go down. We've come a long way.
Yeah.
I hope. I hope. So you started with Wildlife Millions in, of course, Austria.
Yeah.
Then it seems to have grown. How did you now start in the US, you said? Lux Botanica.
Again, this is
A partnership or?
the social capital you build with people if you are resourceful, to summarize it. So when I still had the shopping mall concept, one of my customers works for the United Nations in Vienna. And he came to my shop accidentally. I have to say so. Because we were in the busiest shopping mall in Austria. So she's in the mall waiting for her friend to go and buy Korean skincare because there are other shops that came before me, but I am the queen. They don't have so much
We
as
don't
I
know those
have.
ones.
Yeah. So she's waiting for her friend, and her friend is late. And as she's walking around in Austria, sorry to divert, but we have so many chances of so many professionals. So I invested in Uganda shillings around 40 million to hire a person called shop concept developer.
Okay.
This person, as you see, the glamour these days for Kwanjula, for weddings and stuff, but this person specializes in corporate decoration. If you go to that very beautiful five-star restaurant in Europe, it's not an accident, and it's not the grandma who came to lay the chairs and somebody professional was
Yeah,
hired.
they used a professional.
If you go to this store, whether H&M or all those big brands or stuff,
Yeah.
there is a professional shop concept designer who said, this has to be there, this has to look like this, it is dangerous, the customers can be hurt, somebody has to do
How
that.
do they move in the space?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can they see all the products clearly? How's the lighting? All these things.
And for me, it's also like saving on the marketing budget.
Yeah,
So I have to tell people so many stories. It's clean, it's organic, it's not a supermarket brand. But if the shop concept designer has come, they're passing by and seems to be organic. Seems to be good quality. Everything shows by
It
itself.
speaks for itself.
Yeah. Then she comes by the beautiful shop in the shopping mall. She speaks to me and she said, no, I'm just passing by. I said, no problem, but I can introduce you to the shop. I showed her everything, explained things, and she sensed something is special here. And we overtalked. She asked me about my background and stuff, and I said, I'm from Uganda. And I said, I was in Uganda 2 months ago.
Okay.
And I loved everything there. And then she said, actually, I was waiting for my friend to go and buy the skincare from the other shop in the mall. But now I buy it before she comes because she talks a lot. So she buys stuff, a lot of stuff from my shop. She loves everything. She comes back with her family members, with her friends from the United Nations, with whatever. So each time she comes to me, we talk more, we get to know each other more. And then one time she said, but I think I should be doing business with you one time. And I said, yeah, we are already in the process, because that time I had already registered formally the company in the US. And I was preparing to kick off anyways.
Okay.
And I introduced to her, I give her the business proposal and everything. And she's also a professional management consultant. She saw through everything. She asked me, I told you she's faster than me. This, that, I have to do everything. And she analyzes critically. And then she's convinced and she's like, yeah, I want to invest in this one.
Wow, so it kind of just happened naturally.
Yeah.
You didn't have, because sometimes you're trying to get something done and it feels like you have to force it. And then there are other times when things just align and they just kind of fall into
Absolutely.
place.
My business lawyer had introduced to me a few other management consultants and also investors. They came to me and it was a straight no.
Straight no.
I'm like, no, there is no chemistry. I don't feel it. We are not on the same page. So
That's important,
okay.
right? In partnerships as well.
And they had more money than her, but
It just
I didn't see it
wasn't.
taking place.
Okay. So would you say that is based on your experience? Do you ever get like also you trust your gut? Because some people say even in business, even when you're making certain decisions, like you have to feel comfortable. If something is off, at least I've heard this from very many people.
Yeah,
If your gut is
gut
saying,
feeling. We
and
just
that's what
talked.
you're saying. You meet someone, you're like, nope, nope.
We just talked about that, but we just joked about it with my son before I traveled this time.
Really?
Yeah, I said, yeah, do you realize that each time you miss a flight, there is something in you that you feel something is going wrong, but you don't think it is the flight that you will miss, but there is that something. And then eventually you have missed your flight and you're like, oh, it was that feeling. And
Yeah.
my son said, that's called the gut feeling.
Yes, 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 yes. So in many ways, I think it's also there to protect us, to steer us
No, but
wrong,
also,
to prepare us. I don't know.
yeah, but also sometimes it's being able to understand body languages and listening to people what they're saying, because like one of the consultants came to me having been recommended to me by my business lawyer, and he came to the shop when I was still in the shopping mall. Wow, I didn't expect this. For me, that's a big no. What did you
Yes,
expect?
exactly. What are you
Just
trying to
because I am
say?
black, so what did you expect? Something
You're already
in the ghettos of Vienna and what? So like he
100%.
presented everything. I was calmly listening, but I know whatever you give me, it's a big no.
Because they've already come in with an idea of who you are and what
Yeah.
you can do. Yeah, yeah, that's important. Okay, one of the things I want to go back to, because you've said it like 3, 4 times,
Yeah.
right from how you were as a child, then in school, then volunteering, you like to say well behaved.
Yeah.
Well behaved. And I want to break that down. Because some people say, what does well behaved mean? Exactly. Yet it relates to all these things you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Whether it's, I don't know, how you do business, how you build your networks, how you, all this. What does well behaved mean, Madam?
Good thing. I mean, my son really made me to understand well behaved one of these days.
Oh, okay.
So he moved out, he has his own apartment. Then he comes to visit me because my cousin was visiting Vienna. And I said, you need to come earlier because the guest cannot be waiting for you. You have to be earlier than him.
Yes.
So he comes and is like, hi, mom. I say hi. I was resting on my bed. And then he asked me another question. And then I'm like, you don't greet your parent? And he says, I said hi. I asked, is that the way you greet your
Oh,
parent?
hi, Mom. And then that's it.
He knelt down and said, Je baleko nyabo.
He's naughty.
And then he's like, if you think good behavior is kneeling down, and we do that and get it away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he knelt down and we just laughed about it. So you asked about good behavior. So good behavior, for me, I would have explained it as, first of all, to be ethical, because I think ethical is a universal language. Be kind, be dependable, be reliable, say what you mean.
Okay. Be kind, be reliable, be dependable, say what you mean. Okay. Because you know, when you say well behaved, some people can get a completely different
Yeah, you find somebody kneel
interpretation.
down. Oh,
Because-
because I'm so cool about Crystal. Then that is a well-behaved person.
But what you said about say what you mean, that is also very important because, you know, culture can also influence that. And I think as Ugandans, we are known for not saying what we mean.
Yes.
And I think it holds us back also in many ways. Because we're considered polite. We're so polite.
Yeah.
We're so friendly. And someone's not actually saying, like they'll ask you, can you do this? Yes. They have no idea. And then they let you down.
Yeah.
And that is something that also in business, I think, I don't know if you came across it here a lot, where people say they can do something and then you find out actually that they can't.
Yeah. You send them messages, they don't reply. You send an email, they don't reply.
Instead of just telling you,
we can't, or this is my business model and your
It doesn't
idea is
work.
outside my business model or something like that. It's not an insult.
Exactly.
You just said what you stand for. Yeah, amen. it happens.
It happens. So when you say what you mean, I think that's very important.
Yeah.
And yes, I know maybe for many of us, or it maybe not even the Ugandan thing, different cultures around the world, I'm sure in Asia as well,
Yeah, yeah.
that, it's almost like some languages don't even have the word no.
Yes.
I remember finding that out. I was like, wait, what? That some
Yeah,
languages
funny.
don't even have a word
Now
for
the
no.
Austrian government or cultural affairs ministry is not now, maybe 7 years ago. They started teaching or informing Japanese people. They are so polite. I'm sorry, even when they don't mean it, they are naturally like they want to show that they are polite. So then whenever they traveled around the world, for example, they are driving in the US, the other driver caused the accident, not the Japanese person. The Japanese person would come out and apologize. And then, I'm sorry to say, the American would really transfer the blame on the innocent person and they are made to pay the fine.
Oh, no.
So they were making them to understand you don't have to say sorry when you are not responsible.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So, yeah, that's interesting. Those are the small things that, when you're interacting with people from all around the world, that you begin to realize, and it can hold you back. I don't think you have that problem.
No, I really love to find out about new people, new things, new cultures and stuff. The other thing you asked me about in the business is also the being honest with people. I tell you, Korean skincare has, I only sell big brands. Everything in my shelf the brand has to be at least 15 years old and more. And I have looked at their financial statement, yeah, and they invest millions in research and development. So they are not something at the back of the basement mixing things, mama lususu tabula what. No, it has to be scientifically proven, certified, and all these kind of things. So, and then they invest a lot in marketing, especially digital marketing. There are so many campaigns, so many
Oh my
videos
God,
talking
so
about this,
many.
that, yeah. And so customers can become crazy. I saw this, I want this, I want that. So they come to me and I'm like, yeah, okay, if you have bought this, you will not need this, but when you finish this, you can always come back because I have everything and I'm selling. But if you find a person who doesn't care, they'll, I need money. Yeah, they want this. Yeah, I sell, I give them. So, no. So, because for me, at the end of the day, actually, we've been talking about this with my friend Vivian, said, because one of my customers in Uganda just bought products for 4 million. So, and I said, yeah, if people don't know what to buy and they're just crazy about spending, I have to limit them because
you
it
also-
doesn't make sense. They spend so much, become broke, and then they stop coming.
And in their mind, they're going
Yeah.
to associate you with, I have to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Instead of managing their own budget.
Yes, I try to manage their finances. I mean, they talk about the 10 steps Korean skincare. You can
Yes.
really do well with only 4 basic. Cleanse, tone, moisturize, sunscreen.
That is what I was coming to. That
Yeah.
is what I was coming to because especially with all these viral trends, all this, all because now people say, oh, use the cell. All use
Serum,
stem cells.
incense.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, all these different things.
PDRN. What?
And
Yeah.
that's why it's important to always, before you buy products, you have to talk to someone who's knowledgeable about them. Because some people will just sell you whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, I have, for example, online orders. They just come to the shop and vitamin C, retinol, niacinamide.
Yeah, I tried vitamin C because a friend of
Azelaic
mine
acid, yeah.
was yapping about vitamin C. My God, my skin was like, hello, madam. No. Yeah, I understand what you mean.
So they are like buying the same thing. Sometimes they are conflicting with each other.
Yes.
Or sometimes
Because you're
it's-
not supposed to use this with that.
Yeah. And sometimes it's already inside the other. You have a cream with niacinamide and vitamin C. Then why would you need a serum, a vitamin C serum? It's already there. It's enough to make a change. So,
Oh, that's a good point because there's a young lady I met while she was a contestant for Miss Uganda. And I remember at the time she had a beautiful skin. Then I met her a couple of years later and she was like, oh my God, Crystal, my skin is such a mess. And it was really a mess. She's like, I don't know what to do. Then I asked her, I said, okay, how many products are you using? Believe me, she was using everything
Yeah.
and anything. And then I told her, just stop and go back to the basics. Then from there you can build again. And now her skin is cleared.
Yeah.
Because she had to go back to the basic, just cleanse, moisturize, tone.
Cleanse,
Cleanse,
tone,
tone, moisturize. Yes.
sunscreen.
And sunscreen. So
I mean,
what's the importance of sunscreen? This is such an interesting conversation, by the way. I keep getting different opinions on sunscreen. There's
you are
some
getting
people
a
who
free skincare workshop.
I know, but I find it so interesting because I have a friend who's very melanated, dark skin, and she's like, oh, recently I watched a video and she was like, you know, us people, we're not supposed to use sunscreen.
Okay.
We're supposed to absorb everything. I was like,
yeah.
okay, who is what is true now? But look at your face right here and now.
Yeah. I feel so sad about your friend's story.
No, I'm just like, there's so many different opinions out there.
I know. I mean, before going to your sunscreen, so I have one Caucasian woman visiting my store.
Yes.
And I have just been to Korea. I bought a lot of stuff, but I'm just walking around. And she has a lot of open pores. And I'm, oh yeah, but we have a lot of open pores and we can help with that.
Yes.
And I actually love them. I used to be worried about them, but now I like them because I think when you leave them open, you don't become old easier. And I'm like, hang on. Look at my t-shirt, yeah? Now, your skin is like this fabric.
Yes, yes.
Imagine my t-shirt has a lot of large holes. What is taking place there? And then, oh yeah, you are right. She bought stuff to take care of the open
Yeah, to
pores.
close the
And she
pores.
was really, really very happy. So I can relate to your friend's story about the sunscreen absorption. So we have, we need vitamin C, vitamin D from the sun.
Yes,
But not so much of it. And even when you try to get it, I say the short, UVA, UVB, they're always there. Surprisingly, even us in winter, when the sun shines on the snow, and then you have the ultraviolet rays, UVA, UVB, you still need sunscreen because a lot of people before were thinking, in winter, I don't need the sunscreen. Now you need the sunscreen 365 days.
I think maybe the confusion is sunblock and sunscreen.
Yes,
Because
maybe.
the sunblock is supposed to really.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what? Like, no, not letting anything in here. Maybe, I don't know.
And I will tell you about another wrong thing that people misunderstand about sunscreen. But anyway, let me just go back a little bit to that. So the use of the sunscreen is to protect you from UVA, from UVB, and also reverse the early aging signs.
Yes, yes.
And now, because of the high technology, there is not one sunscreen doing everything. They are specialized sunscreen in the Korean skincare. There are sunscreens with vitamin B, with vitamin A, with vitamin E. There are some sunscreens, instead of having underneath, how do they call it before the makeup?
What? The base, to base under your...
The base, the under, that's something under your makeup. There are those, so it has the SPF 50 plus to protect you, and it's doing that job, and you will look very glowy with your...
Is that like a primer? Is it like
Yes,
a primer?
the primer.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
there are some with a primer because, I mean, I think you see these people, they are wearing the foundation and it's all cracked.
Yes, yes.
And you're supposed to cover the wrinkles and they're all deeper. Yeah.
Oh, bless us.
So, and
what we
then-
do for beauty.
And then there is this katogo after the foundation. Mist.
Yes.
Bleh.
To seal it all in.
Yeah, no, but you do proper skincare, underneath very good sunscreen, the glow will come naturally. You don't need this
true.
mist.
And that's also one of the things I've learned about a lot of Korean skincare products. And the first thing is testing. You have to test your skin, know your skin type,
Yes.
and then you get what works for you.
Absolutely. But also there are some companies that have gone a longer way. They can do a product that is suitable for all skin types.
Oh yeah, there's that too as well.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with someone who maybe even has sensitive skin. There are those specific ones, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I think it's like because talking about the digital age as well, it's like the world has opened up to us, and now we're like, I want that, I want that, I want. And
Yes.
then you lose a little bit of sense.
Information overload,
Yeah.
and then
But
you
that's, I
have
guess
nothing.
that's why it's so important to now look at the organic route, because are there mistakes people also make when they're thinking about organic products?
Yeah. I mean, one of my youngest sister, when I introduced to her the products, she told me, I know those natural things, they can really make you darker. So yesterday I was with her. She was lighter than me, but she's now darker than me. I'm not, we call it here bleaching, but that's not a good word. I think it's whitening. I don't use
Yes.
whitening products.
Oh,
But
they call it brightening now. They've changed.
and
They
all-
now call it, is it brightening?
And that is also a fallacy. I
Mhm.
mean, there is a difference between whitening and brightening.
Okay.
So brightening, Crystal, you have this complexion, you go in the sun, you are darkened by the sun. We put you back to your original complexion, that is the brightening. But you are like a Samsung black phone, and then eventually you are like Crystal. That's whitening.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So also one thing,
So whitening is the bleaching.
yes. And then, so I talk about the sunscreen again, something. So people say, is this a chemical sunscreen or a mineral or a physical sunscreen? So these are fanatics for organic and natural products with the wrong information. And so if it's not a physical or mineral sunscreen, it's a chemical sunscreen, then it has a lot of chemicals in it. That's not the science behind it. So there are two types of sunscreens, the chemical sunscreen
Yes, yes.
and the physical or mineral sunscreen. The chemical sunscreen, the difference is about how it protects you from the UVB, UVA. Chemical sunscreen, it absorbs those rays to protect you. Physical, it doesn't mean that they're using chemicals. They can use natural ingredients, but the technology to protect you is the chemical approach.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the physical or mineral sunscreen, it reflects those UVA rays to protect you. So the other one absorbs to protect you, the other one reflects. That's the only difference. But it's not about you have added chemicals and then the other one you haven't. Yeah.
I guess it's one of those things you really need to take time to speak to the experts who understand these things. We could talk for 2 hours about this because I have like a million questions, but I know we have to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome,
joining
Crystal.
me. And I have really enjoyed our conversation. For like people who are listening, we've heard, yes, we have Wildlife Millions in Europe.
Yeah.
But what about someone who would like your products here? Is there a plug? Is there any way that we can
Well,
also...
I have a world wide web.
Okay.
You go to www.wildlifemillions.com.
Okay.
You have an international credit card, you have PayPal, you have an international debit card, you are able to buy directly if you don't want to talk to me. But if you want to talk to me, I am also on WhatsApp or phone call or email. If you go on that website, there is an email address, there is a telephone number, or you can ask Crystal to give you the contact.
She's given me permission.
Yeah. And so if you don't do that, you can just WhatsApp me because a lot of my customers here in Uganda, they talk to me. They
just
the
get you directly.
World Wide Web something is a different story for them. They understand WhatsApp. Yeah, so they just WhatsApp me, and I advise them. We choose the products, and then they find a way to pay, and we can talk about a way to get their products.
You can get the products here. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is worldwide. So wherever you're watching from, you go to wildlifemillions.com.
Yeah, and if you're in the US, to minimize on the shipping cost and also the shipping times, you go to www.luxebotanica.shop.
Okay. LUXE.
Yeah.
Okay. Lux Botanica ends with the
Dash,
A.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So www.luxe-botanica.shop.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for
You're
joining
welcome,
me. It was so
Crystal.
lovely to have you.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to hearing a lot more about you. I know there are bigger things coming your way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
All right.